Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans from stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube Live or my Facebook Live, whichever way that you've joined me. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe down below, hit that bell, and you'll get notified immediately. So this is my Thursday Now What series, and basically that's where I pick something from you may have in your stamp set, or you might, or in your stamp room, or you might want to have in your stamp room. I'm not sure. I know I had purchased a stamp set just a while back, and I hadn't played with it. So this is actually a really good excuse for me is to go ahead and start playing with something that I've never really played with at all. So hello. Just be aware that this is part of a live. So if I do go on and I do talk with different people, that's because it's part of a live. And I truly appreciate each and every one when they do join me. So if you don't like that, just watch it on the replay and then you can just go right on by all that parts. So good evening, good afternoon to Judy. Can't wait to see what today's live is. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope it's okay. This is not what, well, no, it's 2 weeks time that I'm basically showing something else that I did with another technique that I had done. Hello, Lila, and hello, Megan, or is it Sandy? I'm not sure which one that you go by, but you guys, this one was a bit of a struggle for me, and it's quite funny because I had one of my team members over here, Sandra was over here, and I was going, what am I going to do with this? I get it in my head, and this is where my problem is I get it in my head that I'm going to use something, and then I guess it's that stubbornness that comes out in me, and I just have to use it. Hello, Kay. So, oh, that was you. I'm not sure who that is because I can't see who you are on Facebook. Anyways, of Art and Nature. This one is an online exclusive. When I saw it, I went, "Ooh, I love that." And honestly, I still do love it. There's some amazing different graphics on here. Splatters, well, you can take any kind of a splatter with me, and I'm on that. But when Sandra and I were sitting here looking at this, she saw something I didn't, and she saw all these clouds, and these are like angry clouds. I think this would go really good with like, say that, what is that, waves of inspiration. I think that would be one that would be just, oh, she's anyways, I think this one's really a good one. I can see angry clouds in there. I think this is really good. So, like I say, when I get into that stubborn, when I get into that, I just basically, I know I have to do something with it. So I am going to use this. Whether it shows up exactly the same way that I want it to show up is another story. Hello, Marjorie. Oh my goodness. So much fun. I do have fun. I love going live and I have so much fun. So I'm hoping that I'm not going to disappoint. So this particular one, I have to tell you, I love the splotches. I like this one. This one happens to be one of my favorite, but I'm not going to use it the way that it probably should have been intended today, but I'm going to go ahead and we are also going to combine it with our Wildlife Wonder. This is a stamp set that I sure hope it doesn't retire, but if it does retire, we've got a few more things up our sleeve with that. I never disappoint. Well, you just never know, right? I know there's people that have seen some pretty awful things on here. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go with, I'm not a brown person. I'm not that type of a person, but I'm gravitating to that. But then I went to go into my cardstock that I have all these card bases cut, like I'll score and I cut both of them. And I thought I could maybe use something with Misty Moonlight. So I'm going to use Misty Moonlight. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Like I say, I'm really pushing myself for this particular one, but we'll see how it turns out. Sandra can tell you, I really didn't know what I was doing up until 3:45 today. Now I have some pretty peacock, or not pretty peacock. This is pecan pie. And doesn't that look amazing with this misty moonlight? I think it would also look really, really good. This looks crooked. I've got to straighten this out. I think that it would look really nice with Night of Navy as well. I don't know where my cutting board is or my trimmer is. Oh, I know where there's an extra one. I am getting ready to go to the Netherlands. And so I went and I put my, and I'm going to forget to take this now. This is something that I need to take, is my trimmer. Yeah, it's just off by a bit. Anyways, I'll just cut that down. When I use my my guillotine, sometimes that's, oh look, now it's all, you know what? I'm just going to grab another piece of pecan pie because I don't want that. I think I need to replace my my cutting plate. So this is going to be 5 1/4. No, it's okay. Hi, Cindy. Truth. Sandra did leave at 3:42. So yes. Anyways, we'll see how it turns out. That one is so crooked. Awesome. Okay. And then I also have, I have this. We're going to put this on here. And then I have some Very Vanilla, and it's cut down to 3 3/4 by 4. So this is what I'm going to do some of this on here. Now, you guys all know me. I love, love, love. Oh, thanks, Cindy. You're sharing something you don't know what it's going to be like. Oh, my goodness. I am going to do a tiny bit of embossing with this, heat embossing with this. I am going to also, I'm going to do some fooling around with it. I think this is just that type of a set that you have to kind of, these are to backgrounds. As Sandra went and said, she can see collages with it. I see backgrounds. I don't know why, but I see a background sort of thing. But I'm just going to go and I'm just going to put some of these on there. You can see I was playing with different colors. I was thinking, what am I going to do? I think Sandra saw me a little bit panicked, but it is what it is. So, and you know, I should be using that paper piercing mat, but you know what? This doesn't matter. I don't really mind if this isn't going to go properly. I'm okay. All right, so I'm going to come in with my gold embossing powder. Oh, well, thanks for the vote of confidence, let me tell you. We'll see. Okay, so I've got some gold. And I'm going to heat set this. This is going to be one of those ones that I think is going to take a little bit. And I don't care that there's smudges all over the place. I'm just going kind of with the grungy type. This reminds me, I don't know if anyone remembers. Do you remember the Gorgeous Grunge? Oh, very good. So you used the stamp one, did you, Judy? I mean, that one of the Angry Clouds, did I call it? Okay, so I'm just going to come in and let's just do a bit here. And honestly, I don't even care if I rub off half of it or whatever. Okay, and we've got to get that set a bit. And just because somebody said the other day that they don't really use their copper embossing powder, we're going to come in and use our copper embossing powder. Well, I should have paid more attention, I guess, Judy, to what stamp you used there. I'm going to put some of this on. We're going to see how that's going to turn out. I want this to be like really all over the place, right? Well, I don't care. That's okay there too. So I'm going to have some of that on, and then I'm going to go. And what my thought process was, let's have it where it's all mixed up, different embossing. I could even put a silver on here. I think that would be okay as well. But this really does remind me of that Gorgeous Grunge background that we had, and I used it a lot. Okay, So we've got that. Let's come and use, I really like this one too. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use that one as well. Let's see. And like I say, I'm doing it any which way. And okay, I'm going to come back in with some of that gold. It's kind of like that. I'm hoping this is going to turn out okay. Oh, you just ordered the metallics? Yeah, I tend to use, and you guys probably know that, is I do tend to use the basics quite a bit, the black and the white. I don't know if anyone's gone on there, but it is no longer orderable. But have no fear, it's coming back, is what they told us. So it's all good. I'm going to come in and get some of that copper on there. Let's see. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but we'll make it work. We'll give it our darndest to make it work. And I'm going to have to use one more lot on here. And oh, what a mess. But it's going to be a sweet mess. Yeah, great for mixed media. I used to just love doing mixed media and to do different things. Oh, you're right. You're so right, Cindy, with the mixed media on this particular thing. That's for sure. Okay, so we've got that. Now I think I should use one more different shape. So I don't know. I've used this. Oh, I like this stripe. So let's use this stripe one. I'm not going to use the splatters. I actually used quite a few splatters from that latte set. But like I say, this is an online exclusive. It is available right now, which is kind of cool. And you know what? I'll probably end up burning some of this. You know what I mean? Like overcooking it because of using it over. But that's okay. That's going to give us another look as well, right? So let's just do that. Promise, we're almost done with the embossing, but I could carry on and do embossing the whole night long. So let's see. Now we've got that, and I want to put some more gold on there. Let's just come in with that gold. Oh, and I know what I was going to do. I was going to put a bit more because I didn't put all of that. So let's go in. I'll put some there. I'll put one up here as well. You're liking? Lucky for me. Okay, so yeah, you definitely have to kind of be this type of a stamper. If you are a very linear type person, this kind of stamping would probably not make you that happy. I'm okay with this. Let's see. Oh, you've never done embossing over embossing? Oh, trust me, anything to do with embossing, I've done it. There's a really kind of neat technique that I've done a few years ago. I don't think I even put it in my technique type book. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We need a little bit more of that. I'm going to overcook some of it purposely. Now I'm wondering, and I'm not too sure how this is going to look. I'm wanting to do a tiny bit of an resist on there, and I don't think I could do it in the color I'm thinking that I was going to do it in. Let me put the lids on these embossing folders or embossing powders. I know what I could do here if I don't. All right, so we have that. We should do some resist. Now gold, I'm thinking more, you know what, probably this would work better. just going to see how this is going to look. Just going to do a tiny bit of grunging, I guess. This used to be a technique, right? The grunge technique. And you know what? I think I'm going to come in. I'm going to do it. Whether it turns out or not, I don't know. But I'm thinking I'd like a tiny bit of navy to correspond with the navy that's going in the back of the... Let's see how that's going to turn out. That'll work okay, I guess. Lost Lagoon would have worked good too. But I've got this. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to get away from my colors. Like I could use Lost Lagoon. I could use Pretty Peacock anytime. See what this is going to do by doing this like this. This is going to tie in this color here. So yeah, that's not too bad. But you know what, Lila, I think you're right. We're going to put a tiny bit of Lost Lagoon in there. Why not, right? We can do whatever we want, right? Ooh, that's probably going to be good in there. Oh, look, it's bringing the green out. And maybe it shouldn't be in Misty Moonlight, the background. My goodness, you guys, I'm thinking of putting a bear on here, and I don't think it's going to work. Okay, so there is that. That's going to go onto that. And then there's our Misty Moonlight on there. Do we want that or do we want Lost Lagoon? Now, see, I'm going back to my Lost Lagoon. I'm not using Pretty Peacock. I've decided I'm not going to. So if I want, this can come back on here and we can use... Hi, Pam. So we could use... You know what? I think that Misty Moonlight is going to look the best. Yeah, I think so. Okay, we're going to leave it there. Now, my whole thought was I wanted to put this bear on here. So let's see if it's going to work. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to go and pick something else out as a image. A main image is this. So I'm going to come in with some early espresso. You think the Lost Lagoon looks better? So there's the Misty Moonlight. And then there's the Lost Lagoon. I'm really going to the Misty Moonlight. I don't know why, but I am. So they both look okay. How's that? All right, so I'm just going to put this bear here. Oh, I have another thought process. Okay, I'm just going to try something. This is, I guess I could call this science experiment, right? All right, so I have this. I have my bear. I'm going to put a tiny bit, because this is going to stick to this bear. I'm going to put some gold on there. I've already done that, and I'm going to put some copper on. I know, I'm going a little crazy today, but that's okay. Hello, Marlene. Okay, so we have this bear. It's got a tiny bit of gold on it. It's got some copper embossing powder on there. And now let's see if we can do this. I'm just going, oh, I don't know how it would match with that. So all right. So just getting a tiny bit of the bear emboss. I don't know if we're going to use this. We'll see. It really muddied it up. Okay, that's not going to work. So let's just turn that around and do it again. I thought it would work, but it kind of isn't. So let's go back here. two-sided paper, right? All right. So let's see what that's going to look. Okay, that'll look okay. So I'm just going to come in and then let's just fussy cut this. If it wasn't a distinctive stamp, it would have worked. It would have done certain things, but because it's a distinctive stamp, that's why it went really quite messy when I did the embossing powder. But think of that when you have a certain look. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's see. Maybe this is not the image, I don't know. But it's that stamp set. You know, the of Art and Texture it's called. And I really, like you said, I think mixed media would be amazing with this. I haven't done a mixed media board in a long time. Okay. That's a great bear. All right, so it's going to just go on here. Now it's going to get lost. See how it's kind of getting lost in there? So my thought is, what are we going to do? Whew. I'm going to go in a completely different direction. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at this. Would that not go? I'm really reaching, you guys. Okay, so let's just do, this is looking like the cosmic. So that didn't work. I didn't like that, but I know I can use that bear somewhere else. This might work. Let's see. Like I say, I'm really stretching. You know what? I wasn't going to buy this stamp set, but I really am enjoying this stamp set. It's one of those ones that once I started playing with the designer series paper, I got to the point where I used it a lot more. All right, so these have dies that go with it, and I think this would probably work better. We're going to give it a try. We're going to come in with our Misty Moonlight. Yeah, it's one of those ones. You stamp on the fly, and you don't know what's going to happen with it. So let's see. This is in very vanilla. It should work out okay. I've never used the stamp set. Yep, that'll work okay. Okay, so really I would turn around and use the dies for this. Yeah, that would work. Now I'm going to have to change my sentiment that I was thinking of too. Okay, no worries. So let me just quickly do this. This reminds me, this particular astronaut reminds me of a Halloween costume I did for one of my kids. But honestly, I made it out of those wine bags. Those poor kids smelled like wine. Anyways, so whenever I see this stamp, I think of that silly Halloween costume that I made. Let's see. Hopefully this is going to work. And if I had my dies ready, I would have just cut this out. That's what I say, when you're not quite ready. But I was bound and determined I was going to use this set. And I think this will work quite well with it. But I wanted to use that bear because that bear has amazing things. It's an amazing stamp set. And I hope it doesn't retire, but I bet it does. So, and that's one thing we have to start thinking about is all the stuff that's retiring and all the different colors that are retiring too, right? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I am going to come in and I'm going to just rough this one up or dirty it up just a bit. To me, it's just too stark on there. And I'm going to use some of that pecan pie as well on there just so that it kind of ties in. There we go. Oh my goodness, you guys. So we have this coming like this. Now we should really have, I don't know if I have something in here, but I really kind of hope I do. And I don't. It'd be pretty cool to put like a circle of some sort or something on the back. Let's see. So I'm just going to come in with that piece I had here, and I'm going to try something. I don't know how it's going to look. I think it needs something behind the astronaut. There we go. Let's see. That was not very well fussy cut, was it? There we go. All right. And then I'm also going to come in and let's see how this is going to look. I'm just putting a tiny bit of that onto the back to kind of tie some of that in. You like it better? Yeah, I really did not like that bear on there. That's too bad because I think it would have been really kind of neat. Maybe with those clouds it would have been better. I'm not sure. But like I say, we're doing this on the fly and I'm using that stamp set. Just going to put this on there. Hot, 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 hot. And then we also have to come in and this will look okay, I think. It's coming. It kind of looks like he's out in space now. And that was not the intention at all. Oh dear. All right, so we have that. Now, what we need to do is, you know, I think I still can use that. This has got a great saying on it, sending birthday wishes. Greetings for, I don't want anything like that. I want something that is a little more, let's see. So if I put this on to, I don't want to do any more embossing on it. Let's try something here. I'm trying everything, right? Oh, that's got a halo on it, but it'll be okay because I'm going to cut it. Just fussy cut this part out. Just like so. Music instruments. I don't have any of those. You're right, though. Lala, you're right. I didn't buy that set. I don't have anybody in my family that's musically inclined. I like the paper. But I don't, but you're right. It would, to me, this looks like it's kind of cosmic. So, and this is not going to work as well. You know what? It needs to be in gold. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh, well, lots of fun. So let me just quickly clean this off. See what winging does? Well, honestly, Cindy, most of my cards are winged. I kind of know what I want. This is not looking at all like I envisioned it to look, but you know what? It'll turn out okay. Like I say, stubbornness. I wanted to use that stamp set. You know, I'm going to fussy cut this anyway, so it won't matter. Look at that. Some of these stamps have really bad halos, don't they? And I should know better because I've used that stamp lots. But I'm fussy cutting it anyway, so it won't matter. You like the creative process? Oof. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's... Okay. You guys are very patient. I appreciate you. And you know what? That's such a terrible mess of that embossing on there. There we go. Let's do that. This is what creating's all about, right? Poor Sandra, when she came over, she saw my piles of creativity. I said, sure, you can come over, come downstairs to my creative chaos. And that's what it really is creative chaos. Okay, I think that should be okay. That or else it would have had to been on white. That's okay. That'll work. It's coming. All right, so let's start putting this part together. I've already cut the inside of the card. Now I've gone ahead and redid. Oh, I think my glue is done. All right. And let's go. I have to remember to be do this. It would go great, wouldn't it? That kind of reminds me of, I did a card and I did it with a certain technique, and I had done it with the milkshake as well. But yeah, you're right. This kind of looks cosmic, like, you know, that sort of stuff. So let's see how that's going to go. Let's go on here. It's not a technique. It's just I want to use that stamp set. I think now that I've used it, I can then put it into different parts of cards where it wouldn't have to be this stripe is really appealing to me. I want to show you when I did this to begin with. Look at this with the misty moonlight on there. It looks really nice. I really liked it there. So, all right. So I am actually going to do some popping up of this. Let's see. Let's put dimensionals on this part. Yes, so with halos. And you know what? Because I sell my stamp sets, I would normally trim that, is what I would do. But because of the way I store my stamp sets, I store my stamp sets like this. So I take the backing off of here. It stays onto this part. And then I know if I'm missing any stamps or not. So that's why I don't cut it down. Okay, so just put that. We're going to put that up just a bit. This is going to come popped up as well. Oh, wow, Marjorie. That's great. And if it looks amazing afterwards, bonus to you, let me tell you. You do your storage like that too? Yeah, to me, it just makes sense to do it that way. A lot of people throw that plastic or the rubber out. I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 of the small dimensionals so it's on either side of that so that it's not going to dip and that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to put that there and one here. And of course, we're going to have to put some. Okay, so this is sending birthday wishes across here. And then, oh, we could have done some string on there. We could have done some other things, that's for sure. You know, I'm wondering what these cork things would look like on here. I had some really neat gold embellishments that I thought would be, oh, you know what? These would look really good because you can put all the different colors. There's these embellishments here. So let's go ahead and put those embellishments on there. And I can use the copper and the gold on here. Do you mix up your embellishments? They look really kind of cool when you do. Let's put one up here. like that. Pretty plain card. Well, I guess it really isn't, but so, and I can't decorate the inside of the card because I've already used all those inside pieces that I'd cut, unless I go get another piece, that's for sure. Oh, thanks. Well, we kind of lucked out a little bit on it. So there's our card. And like I say, we don't have anything to go on the inside. But that is using this of Art and Texture. And I think it kind of worked out okay. It makes it look like they're out in space, right? Wow. Honestly, I have to say, it looks 3D. Honestly, I have to say, it's not at all how I intended it. So, you know what? It's okay. I can live with it. It does show off this textured stamp, that's for sure. I'm going to play with this more. I'm going to start using it more. You'll start seeing it in some of my other things because I think it's one of those ones that is going to be a sleeper, right? So, okay. Well, thanks for bearing with me. Oh my goodness, that was something else. If you like that, give me the thumbs up. Share my video. Well, I don't know, maybe not. But if you have any questions, reach out to me. Remember, if you are in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, I'd love to work with you. Next one will be Saturday, my card sketch at 10 o'clock Pacific time. I love doing the card sketches, and I'm going to try to get a couple of those done for when I am away. But I will have lots of blog posts and everything else going on because there's some that I'm committed to that I have to do. All right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. And thanks so much for bearing with me and helping me out with this card. Thanks so much. Bye for now.